Hello, hello. Welcome to new gameplay today. I am your host today, Wesley LeBlanc, and I am joined by the other usual NGT host, Alex Van Aken. How you doing?
Hey Wes, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And so today we're going to be checking out a game called LEGO Bricktales, which I think is kind of flying under the radar, but I don't
Not for
think it
me.
should. Yes, not for you, and that's why you're on. You like Legos a lot, I take it.
I used to be a real Lego sicko. I'm not a Lego adult like some, just because I don't have the space for it. But I grew up loving Legos, obviously, '90s kid, kind of like part of the shtick. But I just love the way that this game is aiming to use Legos as like puzzle solving mechanisms. I think that is like one of the coolest video game concepts I've heard of in a long time, and one that like just makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And video game concepts and the fact that just like most Lego games are, character adventure games, just Lego
Mhm.
versions of your characters. Whereas this is like, oh no, I'm like doing the thing that you do with Legos where you're building stuff and solving for specific puzzles. I can't wait, but you're the one who got to play it. Is this your footage we're looking at today, Wes, or somebody else's?
Yeah, this is my footage. I'm about an hour in, so there's a quite a few biomes, and we're going to be showcasing the first biome, which is jungle biome. So just to kind of set it up, you're basically a grandchild, and your grandpa is this really awesome inventor kind of person.
Hmm.
He has been busy working on like a dimension portal, and his theme park has fallen to the wayside, and he's about to lose it. And so he tasks you with basically rebuilding the theme park. And so you're going through these different biomes, and like they each have their own little story, and the entire narrative is like you're helping your grandpa save his theme park. It's pretty cool. It's sweet. But the bread and butter here is obviously the Lego building, which is what we're showing here. So you'll kind of go through the environments as you would just really any other video game. And when you reach a puzzle, you get brought to this Lego sandbox, which is what we're looking at here. I'll be honest, I am the kind of Lego fan that needs the instructions that tell you exactly what to do. So you'll see a cut somewhere in here because I spent so long building this bridge. I'm just not creative, which is funny because I was like 2.5 years into an engineering degree, so you'd think I'd be good at this, but
That's
no.
funny. Wow, and you left that for games writing.
Yeah, yeah. And so like when you get to this, like the task is to build a bridge, and you open up this sandbox, and there's just pieces on the ground, and you have to take a robot from one side to the flag, and
Okay, is
that's
that
just
the
like,
only parameter? Like, could
yeah.
so I could do, instead of having like the really long pieces at the beginning of the bridge, I could have the smaller ones.
Yeah, absolutely. All you have to do is make sure that the pieces are not red when you place them,
Okay.
and then they work. And so
You
this
did
this one
it.
took me, yeah, it took me quite a while. I'm just not, my brain's not great at that, and I'll be honest, this game's pretty challenging for me because of that. But it's beautiful and it's fun, and I'm gonna stick with it because I think my brain could use the help. So if you're someone who's like loves the idea of just building something from scratch with Legos as opposed to, following an instruction manual, then this game is for you.
Yeah, that was what I did as a kid. I would just like take whatever pieces I'd accumulated and just build whatever I could with my imagination. And a lot of times it was really crappy spaceships, but
Yeah,
yeah, so that's good to know that that's the sole goal is
yeah, and
just
some of them are a little easier. Like this one is you're rebuilding a monkey statue, and so you have the example like right in front of you. Um,
okay.
Whereas the bridge was just like build a bridge, and it needs to be stable, and you need to be able to get a robot across. So this one's a little easier because you have the exact amount of pieces you need, and you just kind of have to copy what's in front of
And
you.
could you assemble it like on the side, or I see that there's that grid box. Is that the only place you can set the
Yes.
pieces? Okay.
Yeah, so you can only set pieces in there, and each piece, so see how it's red right there? That means it's
Yeah.
not connected to like a base basically. Every piece has to like connect to another piece. You can't just have like free form pieces.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be cool if you could like set it up like on the side, just
Mhm.
like for reference, and then move the whole collection up on top of the, you know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, especially like this one, they have you building it at a different angle
Angle,
than this.
yeah.
Yeah, which is maybe part of the challenge, but it would have been nice to like, you know, face it the same way as the actual monkey statue.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah,
But yeah,
so
so
how's it run? Like like are you this is on everything, isn't it? Like Switch and
Yeah, this is coming to
console, all that.
PS5, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. I'm gonna be honest, that actually kind of surprises me because I cannot imagine this game not on PC. It is so like intricate in design and how
Yeah.
you place Legos. So it might be there, but like if you're someone who's really excited about this game, I highly recommend PC. It runs really well. It's obviously beautiful. My PC does not do like ray tracing or anything like that. I imagine if this game has ray tracing, like that one Lego game that came out last year,
Yeah.
it would be gorgeous. Whatever Lego's doing lately, they're onto something. These games are very pretty.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But
I
yeah,
feel like we're having like a bit of a renaissance of Lego games where it's like, okay, we're getting more than just Lego Star Wars, which I know like apparently this year's entry is really good, from what I've heard anecdotally. But
yeah,
I am more of a fan of stuff like Bricktales. And what was the one from last year? It was
something
Lego
Journey was it?
yeah, Lego Builder's Journey, right?
Yes, yeah, and that was like the short and sweet one. Again, that one I feel like kind of flew under the radar as well, which is a shame because these Lego games are great. I like kind of like what we alluded to. It's nice to see Lego branch out from IP that they don't own to doing their own original games.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like just the diorama look suits Lego really well.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of wanted to showcase this area. So you walk into a cave that's part of the jungle biome, and you have this entirely new area to explore. And in these little areas, you can press the escape button, I believe, and that lets you kind of do a full diorama view. So this is kind of where you get your more environmental puzzles. Like you need to walk into this hallway and then go to the diorama, turn it around, see where you got to go next. And it's as enjoyable as actually building Legos and whatnot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so the task here, I believe, is we're just kind of just trying to advance. In this biome, a plane crashes basically right when you get here, and you have to go help the pilot and a journalist who lands somewhere. I appreciate that the journalist is terrified because I, as a journalist, would also be terrified. And that's fun. And yeah, so there doesn't seem to be like too much building in these little dioramas from what I've done so far. It's kind of just more of like the exploration and whatnot. And you get little abilities. You can see here that I have like a smash thing. Yeah. And I imagine you're going to get more and more of those. This is the only one I have so far. But I can kind of already see how your toolbox just like continues to grow and grow.
Does this game have any sort of like level builder that comes with it? That you could like challenge your friends to like complete puzzles with?
The build that I have, I did not have anything like
that. I haven't
It was
heard of
just
that coming to the game, but
Yeah.
I just felt like, man, that'd be such a slam dunk for this series to come up with. Like it's just ripe for a level builder. Maybe in the
It'd be
sequel.
wild though, because every single thing on screen is like a Lego piece.
Yeah.
Like that would be hundreds and thousands of Legos, which I guess Lego sickos like yourself might greatly appreciate.
Yeah. But yeah, man, the lighting's gorgeous. It reminds me of, have you looked at like the Magic of Voxel engine at all?
Yes. Yeah.
It reminds me of stuff that people make with that, like these like volumetric lighting, on top of just, I mean, Legos are almost voxels, or like 2 degrees of separation away. But yeah,
it's fun to see like this hyper realistic lighting on
plastic.
Legos.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like
so
I would never have this sort of thing at home, like the fog and the post-processing effects. It's just like really, really pleasant.
Yeah. And so before we wrap up here, I just want to mention that LEGO Bricktales is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on Steam on October 12th. It's from publisher Thunderful and developer Clockstone Studio. So if you're watching this and you're excited, there's a good chance you can actually just go download it right now.
Thunderful, they're publishing Planet of Lana, not to interrupt.
Oh, nice.
They got a good little catalog over there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Alex, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Wes.